Hi all, it's nice to meet you once again in another new video. This tutorial which I'm going to show you is drum lily. These are the drum lilies. They are beautiful, they are fluffy. We keep doing peonies for every single cake. Uh, this will be the best alternatives for this will be the best alternative for peony, I would say. And it fills your cake. Just one flower fills your cake. And the cutters, everybody keeps complaining, cutters we don't get, where to get it all. For this, there is a very simple cutter. I'm going to show you how to work on it. So this is going to be a very good flower for your Christmas, and the new year you can start with this kind of flowers than doing the same peony forever. Okay, so let's start this. I'm going to show you how it is. It is filled with petals, and see the buds there. See the buds there, and see how beautiful it is. So let's do something new for the cakes than doing the same peony. Okay, for people who have already keep on doing peonies, this is one of the best flowers you could do, and very simple. I'm going to show you how to work on this. Okay, let's start. Yes, the tools what all we need for this is your lily plunger cutter. This is the cheapest lily plunger cutter what you get in your ingredient store or bakery store. So just that one, you have two, basically you'll be having two cutters like this, plunger cutters. One will be a sharp edge once and one will be a blunt edge once. I'm going to show you for you to know which one I'm using. So this is one of it, and this is one of it. Okay, this is the set you will get. Okay, these are the two things set you will get. So what I'm going to use here is not this one. You just clearly you can see not this one. I'm not using this edge is sharp edge which I told you. This one, no, I'm going to use this. This is what the ones which I'm going to use. Okay, so use this, and I'm going to make at least around 12 petals of this. So let's work on making the petal. I'm going to show you how to make the petal. The petal is very simple to make. So let me start with the petal. I have the rolling pin. I have my Dresden tool, a metal Dresden tool. Then I'm using a 24 or 26 also is fine. 26, 28 if you're able to work thin. 26, 28 is fun, or even 24 is fine. Okay, because the petal is very thin petal. Okay, my gum paste. Just take a small amount of gum paste what you need for this. Just make a sausage, nice sausage here. Once you make the sausage, this is the general rule which I teach you guys. Same way, just flatten it up a bit. Okay, and then from the top press, go from the top once again. See here, press and then release. Once you press and release, you can see a beautiful ridge coming in. So once again, what I'm doing here, I am going from the top, press and release. Okay, so when I press and release like that, you get the ridge. See there. So see, always I see that a lot of newcomers make mistake is they make the ridge very thick. Okay, see, you should never make the ridge thick. If the ridge is very thick, once again go on top of the same point, release it. Once again go on the same point, release it. So your ridge becomes more thinner. Okay, see, so I'm just thinning my ridge. I don't want a very thick ridge like this. Okay, and then release one side. So I'm going to release one side. See this? I'm going to release one side. Okay, once I've released, I'm going to use the plunger cutter. Just hold it on top of the ridge like that, and then press. In this you can wiggle it because this is not a metal cutter. Just a quick wiggle. Okay, just remove your excess. Once you have removed your excess, then make sure you can add your wire. So I'm using some glue here, edible glue. Just release the thing. Now start inserting it from the edge of it and until where you find the ridge. See, until where you find the ridge. Just enter it until you find the ridge. Slowly move it. Make sure you reach the end of the ridge. Once you reach the end of the ridge, just squeeze a bit of this place. Okay. Okay, once I have done this, you could see here, after I have done it, now I'm just going to place it on the veiner. Okay, this is the lily veiner which I'm using. Drum lily, you can use the same veiner. I'm going to position myself first here because I want the center vein to be obviously present. Then I take a sponge like this. Then just take any foam, just press the edges. When you press the edges alone here, you'll have a beautiful veining here. Especially I love the lily flowers here because this veiner is amazing. You could see the veins. You could see how the veins are. How beautiful the veins have come. So what I do here is, now I keep it in the floral pad and then I start working on it. So what I do here is take my resin tool just in the corner. See how you could see how the edge, only in the edge I'm holding, okay, a very mild pressure out, just pull it in, just pull it in, okay, like that. The same way you could do the other side. Hold it and just pull it in. See that? So once again in the corners I'm going to do that quickly. When you work on it, yeah, you see how it is formed. The frills in the side, see the frills, how beautifully it has come. So this is the way you need to do at least 12 to 14 petals when you work on it. Then the flower comes beautiful, fluffy, and it has volume for it. Okay, so this is the side petals. I'm going to show you how to work on the center of the flower. Next we will do the center of the flower. For the center, as I told you, what we need is gum paste, a little bit of gum paste, a 20 wire and a scissors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is take some gum paste, take a bit of gum paste. Now just work it on and just one side of it, just sharpen it, and how we used to make the teardrop, right? Just one side alone I'm sharpening it. See here, like this. It's a lengthy teardrop. Okay, have it like that. Have a lengthy teardrop. Now what you do here is, see, generally I do a shepherd hook, okay, because it will hold the dough which is very heavy. So just make a small shepherd hook here, add it to the edible glue, and then insert it from the behind. Okay, insert it from the behind and then settle this point. Okay, once you settle this point, form it up nicely, form it up. Once you have settled this point, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a center cut. I'm going to cut into 4. Okay, each one 2. You see, I have 4 cut. Just try to open it up. I'm just going to open this up. So it looks like it's blooming out. Okay, just use your fingers, just bloom it up like this. Okay, so this is your center. See this? This is your center. So once you have done your center, then now we will color the petals and then we will join that. You will see how fast you can do this. Better than peony, you can do it super fast than a peony, and this flower looks fluffy than a peony. So I would recommend you to try to use this and see how your customers gets awed by seeing the fantasy of the flower. Okay, so this is, once again, as I tell you, this is an optional one. See, I don't add a lot of leaves to it or foliage to it, because as it is a flower, this looks really huge. Even if it's going to be 1 tier or a 3 tier or even 4 tier, just 2 or 3 flowers is enough for a 4 tier or a 3 tier, because this is really huge. Only when you do it, you will know what exactly I'm trying to tell you is. Okay. In this, you could see now I've added 2 petals. Okay, 2 petals without any wires. Just added 2 petals. This is my center. You could see my center and added 2 petals to it. Okay. Now I'm going to add all the wired petals to this point. Okay. I'm going to color it first and then I'm going to add the wired petals to it. I'm going to add a bit of moss green and yellow. Okay. So I have taken foliage green here. Just a bit of mix of yellow and the foliage green gives more lighter defined green. If you could see, this is the green I'll be using. See, the foliage green is this. Okay, and so I'm going to use it more lighter. So I've mixed a bit of lemon yellow and I've got this green. So I'm going to apply this green to the center first. Very mild, be very gentle and be very mild. Okay, I'm just going to apply. Just be gentle and mild to it. And spread it inside. Okay, spread the same color from inside as much as possible, so it looks like the bud is still growing out. Okay, and even the sides I'm going to give the same green a bit. Okay, now if you could see, I've just given some green there. The top alone I will leave it for pink, so that will be more nicer. But the edges here, the back edges, I'm going to give the same moss green. Like this. Okay, just make sure very mild. Don't give too much of brushing. Just a mild brush. All these parts I'm covering because it will look more natural when we cover them with this moss green. If inside now I'm going to give a pink, a dust of pink I'm going to give. I'm going to make this flower, the whole flower, as a pink, so you will know how it looks. I'm having here an aura pink. It's a very mild pink. If you could see, it's a very mild pink, and I have a highlighter here. Okay, so both I'm going to use. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that. So for the center, as I told you, I'm going to work on. First, I'm going on with the top, just giving a mild pink. See, and slowly I'm just blending it with the sides of the bud. So after I've done that, I'm going to do the same with the sides of the petal, just going on the sides of the petal. How much the flower is important to make coloring is also an important level of because the coloring, if you do too much, you add it on, then the beauty of the flower goes away. So you need to concentrate on the coloring also. So see here, I'm blending it in, both of it, in the sides, only the sides. Go to the center once again, coming to the sides, and I'm blending it. So when I do that, you see the sides also and the behind also, it blends in. See there? It just blends in. And always use a pump like this, excess. Just clear off all the excess you have here. And the center is ready now. Okay. Now for the petals. Now the petals which I've already made here is there. So what I'm going to do here is, first I'm going to blend in the aura pink, the mild pink. Okay. Just go to the corner of the petal, the down corner, just blush it. See, I'm not dragging it, I'm just blushing it from the edges. Again, once again, if you need to start and if you want to darken the petal, at the same point you should go. Don't go suddenly in the center and just move ahead, then it will look very odd. Okay, just blend it like that. Okay, this is the first step I'm going to do, and you can always give the edges also like that. You see this when I do the edges, how it looks. So hold it on the side, just brush it, just blend in. Okay, this will be your first step of coloring. The second step of coloring, I'm going to take a highlighter. Just take a very little bit of highlighter because this is super dark colors. As the name suggests, it's a highlighter. So you cannot use it very darkly. Just to highlight it, you need to go ahead. So just take off the maximum out of the brush, remove the maximum color out of the brush once again, and only the edges. See here, only the edges I go. From the edges, just brush it. See this? Now you can see the difference. This is the way with all the petals you need to do. Once we have done, we are going to join the petals. Now I have just colored this and colored all my petals. See, colored all my petals. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to join it. So what I've done here is I've taken a half tape. I've taken a full tape, cut it into two, and this is the half tape I'm using. So the first petal which I'm going to keep it, I'm going to show you. See where, if you could see the join where I have. So I'm going to hold it there and see whether it covers that joint. Okay, now you could see it covers the joint, right? It covers the joint. So I'm going to start it like that. Take your tape. Just hold it in the corner, stretch it nicely, roll it once, and then bring it down until you have your wire showing. Now the second one which I'm going to keep it here, if you could see, I'm going to do it in opposite way. I'm just going to see how much it fits in. Yes, okay, so like this I'm going to join. Don't worry about any edges, everything is going to be covered. So like this I'm going to do. Once again going to bring it down. The more the petals you add, the more beautiful your flower will look. So in between now, see in between I'm adding. Just hold it tight, firm, and then tape it in. When you tape like that, make sure, as I told you, it should be firm. Your petals should not move. If your petals is moving, then you are tying it very loose. So make sure you tape it very tight. Okay. Once you're tight enough, then it is more easier. See this. Now the next one which I'm going in here. See this here. Like this. You add on. You see, I'm just adding on the petals. Just go ahead and try to cover it as much as possible. Once you start covering, then you know where the positioning should be. See this? Always position it so you know where exactly the petals can be. See here? So when you do this, you will know how to cover them up. And you will know the position of the petals. So once when it's over, then you will know how it is being placed. So because the placements are very important for this. As a flower itself, they look beautiful. See this? So next I'll add it is in between. You see two here, two petals in between I'm going to add. Okay. You can always add more petals, as I told you. But 12 petals, they look gorgeous. With 12 petals itself, they look gorgeous. And they're so fluffy and nice. See here. It's a small different change for you guys than keeping doing the same peony. Something different. And see, you can just merge your petals in between. See, it's not necessary it should be placed perfectly on this place. No, if you see Google and see drum lily, then you will know the petals are not uniform, it's improper. See, like this. So once you get like this structure, then you can keep adding on until all the petals, you finish it with all the petals. Once you've exhausted all those petals, then you can directly work on the arrangement of your flower. I always make sure when I add my petals, the wire is covered till the end of it. I do that because I don't want, as I told you, I don't want any of my petals to move around. Because once they start to move around, then that says that you have not taped it right. It depends upon how you place. See the petals when you place it, they look amazingly beautiful. You can just bring it up in here, move them. The only thing is you need to tape it firm. Now I've finished most of my petals. The last petal I have. Just adjust yourself, see the positioning and adjust yourself how it can be done. See, actually the lighting is more here, so you're not able to capture up the real look of the flower. I will post it separately as a picture, so you will know the difference and you'll know the finished product, how it looks. Okay, now see how it's got it. This is your finished product. They look beautiful. Once you keep them onto the cake, they look amazing. So try this. Hope you guys will do it and you send me your views and comments about this. Thank you. We'll see you in another video tutorial soon.